Now this is combined events. I've already given a brief introduction about the combined events. Now I'll start the introduction. So combined events are the competition where the athletes have to do a number of running, jumping, and throwing events. So all events has to be combined together. The performance of the athlete in each event is converted to a point value using special scoring table. So the points are totaled and or combined during the competition to give the result. The athlete with the most points wins. The combined event include decathlon comprised of 10 events for seniors men, heptathlon comprised of 7 events for senior women. Junior athlete do the same events as a senior athlete, but with the age group appropriate height, hurdles, and weight of throwing implement. So the standard of combined events competition for senior and juniors athlete take place over 2 days. Youth athletes may compete in the octathlon event, 8 events for boys, heptathlon, 7 events for girls. Younger athlete may compete in the pentathlon for 5 events, and in the combination of such a triathlon and so on. But now this octathlon for the youth also now it changes to they have converted it to now decathlon. So these combined these decathlon events can be conducted in 2 days. First day will have 100-meter long jump, short put, high jump, and 400 meter. The second day will be the 100-meter hurdles, discus, pole vault, javelin, 1500 meter. And for the women heptathlon, first day 100-meter hurdles, high jump, short put, and 200 meter. Second day will be the long jump, javelin, 800 meter. So these are the events. Heptathlon and decathlon will take place in the 2 days. The good performer in the combined events will have a balance. So they should have a balance all-round development and all the abilities like physical, technical, tactical, and psychological. All has to be developed and they put together for the giving a good performance. The event requires a multitude of physical and technical skills. The coach must balance the athletic training components, enable the individual to develop across a broader physical mental spectrum that that of a single event athlete. So managing the physical, psychological, technical, tactical requires no coach has to manage all qualities by and putting into all the 10 events and 7 events or it may be 5 events to give the to give a good performance. So if you see little about the current world record now in the decathlon is now 9,126 points achieved by Kevin Mayer in 2018. The previous world record of 9,045 points was held by Ashton Eaton during the IWF World Athletic Championships 2015. And of course, for the current world record in heptathlon events, is by Jackie Joyner Kersey, who is 7,291 points, which he achieved in the year 1988. It's a quite long outstanding record. Is still now 32 years over in heptathlon events. Still it is intact. So the next base score is given by Miss Carolina Croft, 7,032 points in 2007. So of course, now these are the in international scenario. If you see our current national record in decathlon is 7,658 points achieved by Bhartidhan Singh in the year 2011, and the current national record is held by JJ Soba with 6,211 points, which he achieved in 2004. So just okay, now before I must start going to the next slide, you must know about little how the world athletics studies, the athletic developments, how it developed. So this is a stage one little bit because why I am showing these slides, it is the base. If you want to make combined events coach in the heptathlon, decathlon, triathlon, or multi events, you should have knowledge about this, how it progress. And this is the most important stage. So world stages of athletic development. Now the stage one is the kid athletics, followed by multi events, then followed by event group development, then next followed by the specialization stage, and this next is the performance. So this is the 5 stage of development. But now since it is since our class is only a 14 to 18 years of age group, so we should be restrict to the stage 1,
Yeah,
stage
yeah.
2, and stage 3. So
म्यूट है
हाँ,
म्यूट
shall I continue, sir?
नहीं तो नहीं आ रही, अभी तो
Okay, so now the stage 1, it is the world athlete development pathway and the combined event athlete who have the highest potential for performance in the combined event will show excellent physical literacy in the multi-event stage of development. So now the kid stage 1 athletics, kid athletics, it is basically for the age group of 7 to 11 years. Here you should promote they should to create the interest among the children, and you should have fun for fundamental. If you want to teach, you have a fun for fundamental teaching of all running, jumping, and throwing events. This is the stage. So this is the stage where you can create interest toward the athletics and to teach the fun in a way of playing form of running, jumping, and throwing. So now then the next stage, second stage is the multi events. So here, so I must emphasize all the young coaches should focus on these events. What is the multi event means? You should develop a multi events culture. Since you know in future you are going to you to have yourself a professionalism in the combined events group. So you should have the culture. In fact, not in the combined events, but all events. So they should have the multicultural. This is the age group of 10 to 14 years. So from kid to 7 to 14 years, you should have these the 2 stages is the very important stages as far as combined events is concerned. Not in the combined events, for the all events. You should you should not come out for a specialize in one event in a very early stage. So you should avoid the early specialization, overtraining, because if you have early specialization, the overtraining, then you will not reach to the, because it takes about 10 to 12 years of reach to give maximum high performance at international level. So if you give at this age, because the children are still, it is a growing stage, growth and development is on, so you should give the training according to the age group. So this is why so all should know. This is the stage why I have introduced here, because they should know, the coaches should have some idea about this stage. So now next. So you should have what is the athletic developmental principles. Young athletes are not miniature adults. That means young athletes are not adults, miniature adults. So you should not give it means you should not start giving training to the training load of a adults. So they should give your training focus to they are young, looking into their growth and development process. You should give the training according to the age group training. So pushing the athlete development too quickly and rushing competition can result in injury, burnout, shortcomings in the athlete, physical, technical, tactical, and mental preparation as ability. Stagnation of performance developed in the build-up training under 22 years. So there is a chances of dropout if you give early specializations overtraining. So if you reach at the age of under 20, so there is a lot of dropout. They are not in India, but in the international level also. So athletics is a late specialization sports. So event specialized is not advocate before age of 15 to 16. So you should give specialization, you should delay the specialization. The athlete should reach at the age of 15 to 16 years. Then that means the group, or it shows the group development, event specific development should start only after 16 years of age. So before that, you can develop your kid athletics from 7 to 11. Then you can go focus to the second stage of development, that is multi events. So multi event stage where you can teach them the physical skills, physical technical skills, physical, refine the physical literacy. So physical literacy means that is the athlete should during this stage you should create interest and about the interest, then you should motivate, then they should understand and educated them the what is the importance of this stage so that they can have a development of physical and as well as technical skills. So that is so they so this is the that is the physical literacy. You can motivate, you can competency, you can develop the technical competency as a whole. So physical literacy, not only the physical qualities, but other qualities also. So you have to be slow by slow, you can train them. And then you see the person, the athlete who is having very potential in all these areas. So you can select and put them in the when you move to the next stage of the third stage, that is event space, that is event group specialization. You move to the event group not specialization. So event group, you should select the event that is in as far as this combined events or sprints or group of event. If sprints, combined events, throws, move to the next stage, third stage. Athletics, then IAAF athlete development aims to provide each athlete with appropriate training, competition, and recovery schedule, so ensure the optimal development of the genetic talent. So now after that, you should know types of, you should see what are the types of athlete you can have in a combined event who are going to successful in future. Number one group is from that athletes should be from the sprinters and jumpers group. The second is from the jumpers and sprinter group. And third, of course, group. Now, lattice, if you see the 2000, I'll explain later on. It is a balance. Sprinter, jumpers, and throw means there is no gap. There is a very narrow gap between sprinting groups, jumping groups, and throwing group, the points. So it is a balanced group. Now the fourth is a sprinter throw and jumpers throw. This is of course the fourth and fifth group. You'll find is the mediocre performance of less than about 7,700, 800. You'll find this group. But if you want to success in elite groups to get a medal in the Olympics or World Championship, you have to be the athletes should be from the sprinters, jumpers and sprinter group. So this is means what I am telling. The जो हमारा एथलीट्स है, you should choose, you should have, आपके पास आइडियाज होना चाहिए. इफ यू अगर आप फ्यूचर में you want to yourself, अगर आपको you have to be specialized in the combined events, but you should know which groups can give maximum points in future to give you the best result. So the athlete, the data I'll show you why it is from sprinter and jumper group, क्यों. After that I'll show you the data. So if you see the data now, see this is the Kevin Mayer. This is the current world record holder. So he got the points 9,261 but 226 points in decathlon events. He created a world record in the year 2018. Excuse me. Then Ashton Eaton also is another outstanding world decathlete. He was previous record holder in decathlon, 9,045 points. Then another, Robin Sabril also another outstanding. So these are the above 9,000. Why I just put them? They are the above 9,000 points in decathlon total point scored. Sabril also is they are all former record. These former record of world champions and medalists. Then next to now this is the Nicholas Cole. This is also one athlete. If you see now the next, you should from the Germany is a very outstanding. He is the current 2019 the world champion. If you see the points compared to them. He's a 100 meter 11:27, but he's a very little slow. If you see the 100 meter timing of two other athletes, that is 10.5 to 10.23 and 10.64. If you see there the sprint is less, jumping ability in the long jump also his performance is very 7 meters. All the others they have 780, 788, 8.11. Short put throws also they are equally good. High jump also they are both are equally good. But the outstanding, if you see, he is good in throwing events. He is good in throwing events. Javelin, just see 79 meter. Is a very outstanding in the javelin. 79.05 meter. If you see the discus also, it is near about 49.20 meter. And of course, short put is about 15. So he's very good. He is himself is, if you see, is the past record also. He is a current youth medalist in. He was a youth medalist in javelin, also silver medalist, and also in the year 2015. Then in youth champion, he was youth champion in 2015. Then moved to the under 16, under 20. He was junior world 20 gold medalist, IWF World 20 Championship gold medalist. So how the progression? They have started right from youth to junior to senior. All this Kevin also. They have all started from. They won the youth championship, world youth, then junior youth, and world championship, and the Olympic. How the progression? Not Olympics. They have not specialized very early. So they have started from the youth to the till reach to the world championship. And of course, all this, but then move to the our. If you compare now, the next is our. If you are comparing now, the next is our Batinder Singh. So he is our current record holder. If you see the 7,558, 7,658 points. So, points. If you see, but he is also a good speed. 10.83 is good in combined event situation. Long jump also he is good. Short put is also he is good. And high jump also is good. 400 meter also near average. Then 110 meter. He's the very little bit poor in the 100-meter hurdles, 110-meter hurdles. The discus throw is good. Pole vault also is little less. Then javelin also almost is equal to nearby to this Eton and all. Then he's very poor in the 1500 meter. Even then also he was very having good chance, but immediately he left. The talent was having, but he left. He continued immediately. So with the training of he was with me also. So he 4-5 years of training he left. I don't know, he has no further. He could not continue because of injury and all. And you can see our one the youth. Now this is why I'm just focusing. He is also one youth, our Asian youth champion. He is also is a 19 years old, Usaid Khan. If you see his total points is 7,185 points. If you see the performance about World Youth of 2017, because of course there is 19, there is no youth championship World Youth. So 17, if you see the performance, the bronze medalist was 7,204 points. So of course, so he is now in that caliber, world level caliber, and as far as youth performance is concerned. So 7,185 points is closer to the bronze medal performance of World Youth of 2017. So this boy is also having chance. He is having good chance. Now he is also he is training. He is doing his coaching under Kulvinder Singh, former record holder of decathlon. Is in a good hand. I hope so. You will be groom him very nicely. So we hope from this boy in future, as his age is progressing, and he will do something better in the seniors also. So now next slide is okay. Now the group, as I told you, the groups of sprint jumps, sprints, and balance is for the sprinters, sprinting, jumping, and throwing. So you just see. That means if you see the Kevin Mayer, he is a world champion. He is from jumps and sprint group. The group number 1 and 2. I have already so he is the group number 2. Group sprint jumps. Either from you have to be reached in the top. You have to be either from the sprinting or jumping group, or jumping and sprinting group. So this is, if you see, analyze his performance. So 2,859 he has got sprint group, means this event include 100 meter, 400 meter, and 110 meter hurdles. So Then jumps group means high jump, pole vault, and long jump. Then throwing means all three throws: shot put, javelin, and discus. And and of course this is the and now the 1500 left. So he has scored 705 points. So so if you see, that means he's coming from the jumps and sprint group. Why? So this statistics is required. See, combined events is not you have to develop the fundamentals of all technical events. Then you should have a system. You should know what are the events where you contribute maximum. Further also, I'll show you in which events you will get the maximum point. So the next slide. So if all these things, being a combined events coach, you should know before you start giving your training and coaching. Then Aston Eaton also from this sprint and jumps group. Roman Sabril also from sprint and jumps group, throwing 2000 to 533 points. So then this is another world champion also. This is a Olympic 2016 bronze medalist. These are the and Nicholas. So what I am telling, there is a balanced group also. This, if you look at to this athlete from Germany, he is a very young. He's a 1998 born. So if you see all three performance, it is very close, very balanced. There is no different. Sprinting also 2581, 2591, and 2678. So if you want to see, this boy has to work now to improve little bit about his sprinting and jumping performance to reach to above 9000. So because already he has achieved maximum point in throwing group. Why? Again, you will come to know the what is the actually norms. Now I'll show you the what is the norms in my next slide. So you'll come to know. So he has exceed maximum in throwing area. So now he has to. He is a very young, also 1998 born. So in future also he may go to above 9,000 points. So he has to now work to improve little bit about his sprinting and jumping area. Then of course Bertie Sterling is now not he's left now, but even then also he was very weak in throwing. He was weak in very sprinting and jumping area. Jumping group is very poor performance because his pole vault is very he is a 4 meter. Then long jump, of course, he is good, but high jump is around 180. If you compare with the world level performance, his pole vault he could have improved much in pole vault, and also of course this 1500 meter is very poor, 5,000 around 5 minutes 15 points something his best timing. So now the Hussein Khan is good. He is also from sprint and jumping group, so he should work to improve. The coach, he should more focus on the area, all three areas, because he is young. So he has the quality of sprinting and jumping qualities. So this area here, all three area, he has to be work. Still time is there. So his 1500 meter, of course, is not good. Here about 4 minutes 45 seconds he is doing. So further also he can reduce. So see, he has the talent. He has by the data speaks, he has the talent. So these are the in the decathlon, outstanding decathlete. I saw what is the points and how much, what is leading athlete, world leading athlete is doing, and what is our athlete is the Indian athlete is doing, and what are the areas you can work on that as a combined events coach. So now I'll speak to the heptathlon. So now heptathlon also, if you see this is the current record holder. Still the record is holding Mr. Jackie Janarkasti. The 1988 is very old outstanding record. It is still intact. So he is also, it is 100 meter hurdles is 12.69 is a very good performance. Her performance is very good. 15 is a world class performance. 200 meter, look into 200 meter. That means very speedy. She has very speed quality. Hurdles and 222.56, very outstanding. Long jump also, the speed also help in the long jump also, 7.27. Javelin 45.66. And 800 meters, the very outstanding, 2 minutes 08 seconds. The total score is come about 7,291. Then next is the Corlina Claft also. She is also a very good 13.15 in 100 meter hurdles also. In high jump also 1.95, shot put 14.81. 200 meter is pretty good also. Her is 23.38 is good. And long jump also is 6.85, 47.98 javelin, 212, so 7,032. Another Kartina J. Thompson, she is the leading athlete now. This is 2019 world gold medalist in the year 2019. So 13.09 speed also. See the speed, jumps also. Short put is little as compared to them in little weak. She is 200 meter is 23 equally good. Short long jump also equally good. Jump is good. Sprint is good. Javelin mediocre, but 800 meter is also is very outstanding. 207. Then Nafisa Tau Thiama is this 2016 Olympic gold medalist, and 2019 also this is silver medalist. She's hurdling is 13.56, high jump 198, 14.91. This two is little bit she has to improve this area. Now speed area has to be improved and keeping in balance in all areas. So 6,000 gold. See if she has to move above 7,000. Then she has to work on this. Still, she has to work on hurdling, speed, so that she can improve this quality. Long jump, 200 meter, and hurdles also. Now, JJ Soba, she is. I was lucky to train her in the Olympic also. If you see 13.71, if you see during Olympic, her performance was 13.53. She did in 2004 Athens Olympic 13.53, equally good with this world class performance. She is little bit poor in the only high jump 1.69. Short put is 12.52. 200 meter is also equally good with them, 23.53. And they are in Olympics, he did 23.41. 23.41, 13.53. Long jump 6.50, but her best is 6.66. Her best is 6.66 as a long jumper. Still, she is number 2 in India now, ranking number 2. If you see the all-time in the long jump also, she is 6.66. Javelin 44.16. Her best was 47 meters. Then 800 meter 2.16, but her waist was 212. In this competition, this is the where she did this record in 2004 in national record. So this is the record form, but she bettered. This is Olympic 13.71 in 13.53. This is equally 1.68. There she jumped, and 12.52 short put also equally she did. Then 23.53. Then she did in Olympic 23.41. Here little bit she did 6.36, 44.46. And after this, so she was 8th in after 8th in the first day of event, she was standing 11th in Olympic. Then after end of long jump, she was standing 8th in Olympic. Then what happened? So after one throw of javelin, first throw she did 44.32 or 44.26. Then after first throw, she got while on doing the second second trials, she got injured. She broken her left ACL tear ligaments broken. So everybody thought now she will be able to compete in the Olympics, but somehow she participated in 800 meter. 800 meter, and with that she ran 2:17 by limping. 100 meter only jogging. So after that, because that time she was having caliber of running 2:11 because she was in good form before proceeding to Olympics. She was in good form. So we are expecting to do better, come about within 4 to 5 in the world ranking. So maybe medals also. So it is her bad luck she could not do because of that ACL ligament tear of her left knee. So anyway, it is happened. It is can't do this. So now the next, look at this Sapna Burman. Now she is the current Asian Games. She is the first girl to have a gold medal in Asian Games in heptathlon. So now 6,026 points, but she is very short height. Even then also about 160, 61 exact height. But even then also very explosive, very explosive. So she 182 high jump, but her base was closer to 190. Then the weak events she's very poor in the speed events. So 39.8, 26.08. So she has to improve now speed, work on the speed and jumping speed. So now she's training under Sarkar, is a very outstanding coach also. So she should now the coach should focus on this area, the improvement of speed. If you improve the speed, hardly you will improve the hurdling as well as the 200 meters, and also you can improve your long jump performance also. So that she may go, or she may have the chance to go above, maybe go, in future, maybe break the Soba's record, or chance she should try, because but the next is the Purnima also is very also another outstanding athlete, training now, still is training under me only. She had bad luck in the Asian Games 2018. She was fourth by 33 points. She missed the medal by 33 points. She was 2015 and 17 Asian bronze medalist in 2015 and 2017 also. Asian Indoor Games gold medalist, Junior Asian gold medalist, has the talent now. So these two athletes now, they are the future talent. We have a future talent. They are not. She is Swapna is 96 born and 1996. So Purnima is in 1993 born. Okay. Now see the same. You should remember the old slice of sprinting, jumping groups. So if you reach on the tops, you have to be either from that two groups. So see the sprinting groups, Jackie Jenner also 2295, 2318. So they are the jump and sprint groups. The groups jump, either you are from sprinter jumps or sprint group. You have to, then you will dominate in the world level. So 7,291 points. So 9987 also, her 800 meter also pretty very good. Move to then the Corina Clout also, she's from jumps and sprint groups. Katina also jumps and sprint. All are from jumping and sprint groups. Then JJ Sobal is also sprint and jumps group. Swapna is also jumps and sprint groups. Purnima is also sprint and jumps group. So it shows types of athletes to succeed in the combined, in the either combined heptathlon or decathlon event. So if you now see the norms, these are the outstanding. So she should have when you plan do. That means your if you plan some, for example, if you plan a 7,000 or 8,000 in decathlon, you should have 32 to 32 point is the ideal norm. 32.6% you have to from sprint and this contribute your points, maximum point from sprint hurdles, jump from the jump through 31.6, then throwing group 27.5, and the 1500 meter of course 8.3, 8.2, 8.9 max percentage you can. So you should be work on these areas only, to not only you can focus only throw. That is a limitation. Okay, or jumps. So you have to double the 32 and 31. This is close. Either 32.6 or 31.6 or vice versa. Then your throwing ability should go up to maximum up to 28 for 27 to 8%. And your 1500 meter also it is 8 to 9%. This you can see from the next slide. So these norms also how. Now if you see the Kevin map, as for the norms, 32.6. Okay, see now still he can go, because 32.6 point further she can improve little bit more about the speed, sprinting area, and that means these 100-meter hurdles and your 100-meter. That area has to be go. So 31.32% within the targets. Now this is also from the jump 31.9%, 90%. So 31.9 and 32. because throwing area already he has exceeded. So he should maintain these areas and work on these areas. So further, you want to further improve if you want to improve your further record. So those statistics speaks only. It gives a idea, help to the coaches to how I can progress, how at the time of planning also. So now you have to focus. Now after achieving the world record 9,126 points. Now the further his coach has to focus on these two areas only by maintaining these areas. So little bit he can go about improvement, little bit about this, or he can maintain further. He can improve this area to be maintained and this area to be little bit more work on these two areas. Return also 33,100 points. This is the maximum limit. Point jumps also, now throws also maximum area. Now little bit work on technique of little bit work on this throwing. It was little bit he can improve little bit about 2% of or throwing ability by maintaining this ability. And 800 meter of course we have to maintain already. So 9,000 further if you want to improve beyond go performance, it is 9,045. Roman Savril also, now they are left. These two is left now. They are not continuing now. But even then, they had a chance to improvement of this area. The statistics speaks, they could have worked on this area a little bit. So they are the outstanding. I'm not telling they are not working, but now further improvement. So there is a stagnation. If how to further you go by improving these areas, by improving of little throwing ability, the throws fundamental, by more on work on the fundamental of throws. Then now the Nicholas Coles. Why I'm emphasizing this? He is the young athlete. I think he will continue. These two will continue. Now he's a 1992 born. He can continue one more Olympics. Then this is because this Nicholas also. Then he is also continuing now. Varma also, he is 1988 born. Still he is continuing now. Let us see whether the next company is participating. But these are, I'm sure, these two athlete world class athlete will also do good in. Nicholas Cole also, it is 2000. So now what I already earlier I have already see he has now limitation. He has crossed the limitation of the standard norms of 27.5 in the throwing. So now the next option is this athlete has to more little focus on these two areas to improve by maintaining these two areas. If you want to further go closer to 9,000, he has to definitely, because in this area he has achieved maximum. So there is no further working too much on these areas. So and improvement will not be much. But if you work in these areas, because if you improve 0.1 second in 100 meter, almost all. I'll show you the next slides. Why I'm telling how much you are improving by increasing 0.1 second also. So how much the point? So these are two areas he has to further work to go closer to the 9,000. Now Usaid Khan, sprinting area is good, and the throwing area is good. But as for this performance, but overall now he has to develop. Overall he has to work this. He has to by lifting now the 7,185. But he has to make a plan for now 7,000. Next competition 7,500. Out of 7,500, then he should work on 32.6, 31.6, 27. This is the maximum. When you have a target, then 7,500. So आपने एक target बनाना 7,500. Because so now the Kulvinder Singh must be watching now. So if you have the next target 7,500, out of 7,500, 32.6 point, work on 32.6% of the what are the score, then 31.6 for what are the score, and in throwing 27.5, and of course in the end and out of that 7,500. So you have to work on 8.5 to 9% of this, then make the points accordingly. You start. So definitely, if you have proof, if you have solid planning, 100, because this boy is very young and very talented, still is growing now. Maybe now he is 19 years old. That is the high time. Go for the highly specialization. So the coach, I suggest the coach. So work should be, and then now is almost all work should be by making a plan and go further improvement. Speed is there now. The 11.2 is the good, not bad. But now, as for the further he can go up to. Not I am telling outstanding go to 10.5, but it can go up to 10.8, 10.8, 10.9 can improve. There is no problem. And this area also can improve. Same way you can see the heptathlon norms also. If you see the heptathlon norms, this is also, if you go back to heptathlon norms also, the now this is the same sprint. This is the sprinting and hurdles, 31%, jumps around 31%. Also, this is almost 62%. You have to work on this, and 24 to 25%, 25 to 25% to 25.6% to work on this on the throws, and of course 800 meter can. This is 13.7%. And just see how the athlete is, whether they are going to doing these norms or not. How the top level athlete and our athlete is doing now. So now same, Jackie Joyner, see closer to 31.4%. Jumps also closer to this. In the throws also closer to this. Yeah, he is worked pretty good. See, if you see as for the norms, that's why though he is having the world record 7,291. all area. Her achievement in all areas like sprinting groups, the jumping groups and throwing groups is good. 31 as per the norm, 31.4 for 31.77, 23.9. So still could have worked little bit, improve this area in the throwing areas by maintaining all the aspects, all the sprinting and hurdle and the throw jumping area. By this also 850. This is not the point. This is the 800 meter. This is 800 meter. Okay, this is not the for the heptathlon. It is 800 meters. Wrongly it is typed. So it is a 800 meter. So you have to amendment. You have to change this one. No problem. This is 800 meter. 13.7%. So 987 score good, very close. If you see the present now, the present leader Katerina Thompson she is the current leader, doing 31 close to this. Yeah, a little bit on the jumping area, a little bit exceed. So now this has to further to if now she has to break this record, world record. She has to very little bit weak in the throwing area. She has to work on this throwing area. Excellent. 800 meter is very outstanding. Okay, so now this areas, okay, sprint, maintenance of sprint, this and maintenance of the jumping area can work on this little further. You can little bit plan for the improvement. 0.1 to 0.12 seconds, there's no problem. 0.1. So then you can have little focus on this throwing areas. If you want to go to niche near to the another, if you want to break the same. Nafisa Tau also. Tau Thiama, this is 2016 Olympic gold medalist, and this 2019 world silver medalist. This she has to work little more on the sprint areas now. It's little bit poor if you compare to the norms. 28.18, and jumping area is good, throwing area is good, and so further she has to work on this jumping area, this sprinting hurdles. She has to 200 meter and long jump performance. If you improve little bit further, it will improve little bit. And of course throwing area is good, 26.7 limit is there, and automatically it will improve this area also, improve little speed and improve this 800 meter. So she can go above 7,000 by working on the little bit on speed and jumping speed and little throwing area. Now JJ Soba, excellent. Throwing speed area is good, 32.94%. Jump area is little bit weak in high jump. She was very little bit weak, but she covered from the long jump and all this. So nearby close to the norms. Then throwing area is she was very poor in 23.23%. Only short put little bit, very close, not poor, very close. Good average, but little bit improved. Little bit she has to improve this jumps. Little could have improved this the jumps and little bit about the mm, throwing areas ability. So 800 meter no is very outstanding for 800 meter. She was fifth out of 7 events. 6 event was classic outstanding. Only she was weak in the high jump. So that's why because of her high jump performance only she could miss the medal. But other area is very outstanding as compared to the world level also. Then Sapnan Burman, now the current champion and the leading athlete of India. Now the speed. So see the sprint area. So I must say to the Sarkar must watch now. So this is training under now Sarkar is a good, very outstanding because so focus should be on this. This is sprint group, the hurdles and 200-meter performance. Jump area is okay. Our jump area is no problem, closer to 31, or you can go little bit 31.5%. Throwing area is good, 26.20%. Maximum limits, yes, little bit she can improve the short put, but javelin also is there. She has improvement 26. If we exceed this, by maintaining, if he's improving further is good, but should we focus on this sprint and a little sprint areas now. So by that she can improve her performance further. Now Purnima also is the sprint group good. Little bit she can improve. Jumps area also little bit she can improve, and all areas little bit improve. And 800 meter is closer to the norm, so further she can improve by little work on the sprint and jumps group and the throwing area also. Okay. Now if you see the qualities, now we have now everybody should understand what type of athlete, combined events athlete you can select it. You can go for to select for combined events suitable to either. So yeah, as a whole, what you understood means it is has the quality of a sprinting and jumping ability. Should have a sprinting and jumping ability. That means for if these two have very good, outstanding, then further you can improve as you progress. You can improve the all areas by when throwing, by improving the fundamental improvement of the technique of the throwing areas. So sprinting, sprinting, jumping ability or explosive speed strength. Speed and speed strength area has to be worked to be successful in this combined events. So today's, as I told, by seeing the data, you must see today's world-class combined event athletes are superior sprinters, jumpers, and throws. Very close. You should have very close gap between. Try to narrow the gap between sprinting group from the jumping group and the throwing, like that German athlete Klaus has did. So further, he has to work little bit. He has to work little bit on the sprinting. So you should have a superior sprinters, jumpers, and throwers. So an athlete cannot take risk by having a weak event. So there is no chance to, if you reach a world level, there is no chance of you should have a weak event. You should have a weak event too in the combined event, either in the heptathlon situation, in the other decathlon situation. That should not. So in fact, the scoring table also penalize if you have to. अगर आपके पास एक weak events आ गया, that means the scoring table also will not help you to penalize all this to help you in future. So best decathletes or heptathletes always have been first, agile with tremendous explosive power. So they have willpower, consistency, and competitiveness to overcome the all the obstacles. So why I'm telling, along with your physical, technical, so psychological qualities also plays an important role, because if you see the Bruce Jenner, former world champion, Olympic champion, he said, so everything goes equal. A person once reaching in the top level competition, that is 75% is mental and 25% is physical. That means all the errors comes if you have the mental errors. If you have the mental errors, that means all errors, all the your technical events should be disturbed if you have a mental error. So that's why he said, if everything is equal in the world level, when you enter to the Olympic level or world level, world championship. See everything. This means mental also. Mental. You should have a along with the physical preparation, technical preparation, and tactical preparation of little bit about this tactical, psychological. Same time you have to develop all together. Then you have to reach to the tops because maximum error comes during the competition is a mental errors. Then the what are the qualities? The anthropometric qualities means ability, height, weight, body composition. If you see all the athletes, so average athlete should be around in the decathlon should not be less than 185 centimeter, and weight should be around 85 kg plus minus 5 centimeter in the height, and weight also plus minus 5 kg. The but should be around 185 and 84, 85 kg body weight, and the body composition has to be. So if you see the fat level also, these decathletes, their essential fat should be around 10%, between 10 to 11%, between 10 to 11%, and the, between 10 to 11, or it maximum it goes up to 12%, but it is better to have a between 10 to 11% essential fat. The body composition means it composition your lean body weight. What is that lean body weight? It is the bone, muscles, tendons, and your essential fat. It complete your body totally composed means it is a body composition. So lean fat means that is a lean body fat means it is your lean fat, your bone, what is the weight of the bone and muscles, tissues, and your essential fat total together. So it's coming under your body composition. So physical qualities, it is applicable to all events, not in combined events also. Speed, strength, endurance, and flexibility. These are the most speed. There's in combined events. All the if you see the degree, if you see the order of that is speed, strength, endurance. All you have to develop as when to develop, how to develop. Still, you can see the in my next slides also. So physical quality. Now psychological quality means psychological quality means first of all you should have a willpower, will to do, willpower. If you don't, because it is a combination of 10 events, 7 events. So athlete has to willingly has to accept. You have to motivate the athlete. Willingly he has to do or she has to do this combined event. Until if there is no will, there is no further improvement. So there's the willpower, will to do, will to win. So this has to be developed. Then the athlete should have. Then your mental, emotional stability, because it is because the events are continuing from morning to evening. So how much the load has to be on athlete. So your emotional have stability, you should have control, have your emotional stability. If you emotional stability, if you stress factor you're not able to handle, then that will be again disturb your physical, your psychological balance. So willpower, competence, competitive, you have to develop your competitive spirit also. So load bearing capacities all are coming up under the motivate the athlete, motivation level also. Then only you can able to do. Then then you have to forgive also. You have to see. Now you have 10 events. For example, if you do very bad in one event, then what happens? Don't take the stress. So forget that. That event you should develop in the next, because there you have the 10 events. If one event you have not done well as per your target, then don't be worried. Don't so much worry. Yes, I did bad this event, so my next event is going to spoil it. So no, you forget whatever past. So be focused to your next events. So other qualities, the parents and the coach should have patience. Until unless you have a patience, because you should not be hurry, because it is a under the long-term long athletic development programs. You take 10 years, 10 to 12 years to reach to the top. So why it will be hurry within 2 to 3 years? You want to get your maximum result within 3 to 4 years. No, you stage by stage go from multi-event to move to the event group, then go for the specialization, and then move to the elite level. So like this, wait till that time. From the you must progress from the triathlon to the pentathlon to the heptathlon to the decathlon and so on and so on. So you should have patience. So I must say the parents should have patience. The parents should not give pressure. If you have a young children, though they what happen most of the time they talk to the coach, I want this result, that result. No, parents, you must convince to the parent. You must convince to the athlete. Patience is for the athlete as well as the coach as well as the parents. All the authority also they should wait. If no, because it leads to your early specialization, then it leads to many problems. Early specialization overload. The coach will give the training of very early years overloading and leads to overloading. By the athlete reach to the elite group, he will finish and he will be burn out. He or she will be burn out. So then another quality is, as you know, is if you see the averages for reaching top level is almost it is 26 years. So between 26 to 27 years in all, not in combined events. All that's why if you see the Mr. Volker has given in the earlier also, it is a late age event. Athletics is a late event. Why you want to give your best performance at the age of 16? Wait. If you have a talented athlete, wait. So till the reach to the elite, you should wait and do the as for them start giving training as for the age by keeping in view of age group training programs. Okay, what is the age, what is his training age, and what the by looking into the growth and development. So accordingly, you have to keep training. Not in a hurry. Let the authority force you. Let the parents force you. But you should convince the athlete. Our duty is to convince the athlete. Athlete is a you develop a athlete and coach. We develop a relation. Athlete and coach's relation. So because the previous lecturer also, the madam sprint chief coach of Indian camps also, madam, she has given a very good to athlete and coach relationship. So you should see that keeping view of that all the points of that what she has spoken is a very good slide. She has spoke about the athlete development. So and Volker also has given a fundamental of all about the systems, how to go about the from the young children to the reach to the top. So all the you should wait, not in a hurry. That's why patience. You should develop the patience of athlete as well as coach as well as parents. If once you are dealing with the combined events or any events, no hurry. Okay. Okay. Now, as I told you, what are the so now the second I forgot to tell you, you have to mastery over the decathlon of the scoring table. As a coach, as a athlete, the decathlon table it is given the table which we have a scoring table that has to be mastery. The coach has to mastery. Why? It has to be help you in planning or organize the points where to make a good program. So that also you can see in my next slide. The composition suitable is a major factor in planning the training. The coach must study the points table and athlete best marks in each event, then plan the training in relation to the tables, trying for the most effective use of the scoring improvement. So improvement in 1 centimeter, just imagine. If you improve 1 centimeter in high jump, you will get. Then if you improve in 100 meter, 0.1 second, between 18 to 23 points. Just imagine if you improve a 100-meter performance, 0.1 second. So you are going to improve not 0.1 second, 0.1 second. That means not 1 second, 0.1 second. You are going to improve between 18 to 23 points level of performance. Right from low, if you improve from 12 second to 11.9 second, that means improvement will be 18 to 9 points. If you go for improvement from 11 second to 10.9 second, so so it is go. So it is give a see the 0.1 second, 18 to 23 points. Then 100 meter, 110 meter hurdles. 10 to 13 points. If you improve 0.1 second, then 200 meter, 8 to 10 points. Then 400 meter, 4 to 5 points. Then 800 meter, 10 to 14 points. This, of course, in 1 second, the 800 meter, 8 and 1500 meter, 5 to 0. Javelin, 13 to 15 points in 1 meter. Just imagine. Then 18 to 19 meters for the, this is for the male and female. Then discus throw. This is 18 to 20 points in 1 meter. And if you improve 1 meter in short put, 60 points. So what I am telling, putting much effort in this area, if you work on this by improving 1%, so you have to plan. You have to plan by maintaining the area where you can have improvement. So if you improving 1 meter every year, it's not possible. It's not possible. By the year by year, if you 1 meter means it's not possible. Then if you want to improve 1 meter only, you are improving 60 points. But here in 100 meter, if you improve 0.3 seconds, initially it is not that is difficult. If you improve 12.5 to 12.5 to 12.8, about 12, not that you are not going to improve from 12 second to 13 second to 12 second. I am telling you to improve from 13.1 second to 13 second or 12 second to 11.9 second. So that we are going to improve. So 0.3 second means, or 0.4 second means, 0.5 second means, just see how much, 100 more than, if you want to 3 into 3, 0.5 means it is almost 100 points. So easily you see where you can easily get the points by putting less effort. So that your priority has to be when you are planning. Your priority has to be where putting less, much effort, getting maximum point. Your priority should be there by maintaining all other aspects. So this is also a table helps you your planning and organize the table. Now the training. Now the training of combined events. So now the training, all athletes should do 2 to 3 events, activities in each training, in each training. So when you do the multi events, so our focus should be what? So next we'll see what are the capacities you have to develop early. What are the capacities? Neutralized capacity. What is the earliest capacity? What are the latest capacity? Why you to develop when you want to work in the kid events culture? Why you want to work for the late event capacity? Earliest capacity means speed, explosive strength, and coordination, flexibility. These are the earliest capacity. So in a kid athlete, you can develop in a playing form, or in a relay form. Then when you move to the multi events, also you can develop like the speeds of what? Speeds of the frequency part, not silent. When you develop the strength and further, so you can improve. But you should have, because the speed of frequency is by the reaching age of 12 to 13. This is your nervous system is fully matured. So after that, you will not get much advantage. So why not? This is the time where when you deal with the kids athletics, and this is the age of 7 to 12, or this is the time where you can focus on the speed, coordination ability, this motor learning, and your flexibility. So these are the areas should work. That's why the gym is a speed explosive nature of events, because and your muscles are still in plastic shape. So you can have any flexibility you can do. There is no problem. So it is the earliest capacity. So work on this instead of working on maximum strength in this age group. Not necessary. Anaerobic, lactic, you should focus basically on the speed, flexibility, coordination ability, and your motor learning of skills of fundamental skills of, because that is the stage, that the age where the athlete will maximum put effort to learn the skills, and because you have a balance of between your upper limbs and lower limbs, because still the athlete is not matured. Maturity takes place about after 12 to 12. At the age of, for the female, it is 11 to 13, and the male is come from the 13 to 15. So after that, only you can focus the other qualities. So what are the earliest qualities? You should focus on that. So that why our most of the Indian athletes, our basic speed is less. Why you are not reaching to the speed? Later on, we are trying, trying, but not able to. See, if you want to compete at the world level, so this is the area. So my advice to the we are very talented young coaches. They should work the early age capacities rather than the late age capacity. So athletes who choose the combined events group in the event group development stage, keep doing 2 to 3 events per session. For the region, coaches and athlete in the combined events frequently use. So I suggested you must use the 14 days microcycle for the elite, not I'm, but for the beginners you can go, because once children, you need more the time for the recovery also. So when you deal with the children, not before, when at the age of when you are in the kids athletics and multi events training, you better focus on the weekly cycle. But after that, you must work, because you can have more training. We have more because many number of training units you have to train, because 10 events, 7 events are there. All the technical aspects you have to deal. All the academic technical aspects you have to develop, that physical aspects of the specific preparation. Then you need more training sessions to work. So you should focus to when you move to after intermediate, when you move to the next stage, till intermediate, till I mean you can, when you go to the latter part of your intermediate life, when you achieve after have start with a 40-day cycle. But before that, for the beginners and children, you can have a 1 week cycle. This okay. Now next, the theory of training. So what is the theory of training? That means there are the certain theories. So theories means when you deal with a many number of events, that is 10 events, that is should be, first theory says focus training or concentration training. That means when you work on a long-term development, so you have to focus certain events, development programs, or 10 to 12 years of you have a program. Focus on the 2 to 3 events, 1 to 2 events. Then as you progress, then focus either you focus on the weak events or focus on the most technical events like hurdling, pole vault. That's the most technical. So and sprint, these two, focusing those two by maintaining all events. So focus. So that this is known as a focus training. Means focus training in the beginning, when you are working on, you should focus 2 to 3 events or 1 to 2 events for the children. Then little advanced, you can have a 2 to 3 events to focus. Then start training. This year I have focused on this. The next, then if one you develop that, then next year focus on other 2. Find out 2 to 3. Like this, you can progress. So this is a focus training. So that means you can improve your weakness event also, or you can train the hard, very difficult event also. So this is one theory. The second theory says combined and sequential training. That means combined and events training means until unless you combine. So in the if you analyze the performance, it has seen most of the athletes, they are failed to give their maximum performance immediately after in the long jump, because why? The rhythm of 100 meter. If you go for the long jump, the rhythm of 100 meter and the rhythm of the long jump is little different, because in the 100 meter you have tried to develop maximum speed as early as possible, but where in the long jump our top speed should be at the time of takeoff. That means the rhythm until unless you practice immediately after practice of acceleration ability or maximum sprinting speed, you can do the long jump of short jump. You can have approach or technique or short. You combine. The training has to be combined according to the rhythm. Then what happened after the first day events? After the first day events, hurdling. You have not seen the hurdling hurdling in the 10-meter hurdles, athlete fails to give the maximum result. Why? Because of the previous day's fatigue. Because of the previous day's fatigue, he has not come up. So what happened? So what mostly our athlete after the end of the fast day training, what they do? They completely take rest. Why? No. Your second day the second day event start immediately after the end of your first day event. So you should have a very good cooling down program. You should have a very good cooling down program at the end of your the 400 meter, so that for next day event you are going to ready. Then immediately after the event, then 110-meter hurdles, then athlete, why? The next event is moved to the discus throw. There is no change. That is the rhythm. That the nature of event is totally changed from the hurdling, from the discus. So until unless you practice, the event has to be combined. So coaches should know you have to do the focus training. You have to do when you work with the beginners, work on the focus, because you are not aiming for high level competition. You just train the athlete, just participate to the competition, and at the special prepare final part little bit you combine. But when you do the elite athlete, you can in the beginning general preparation have focus. When you move to the special preparation, you do the combined sequence, the combined training. So initial part, elite group, you should focus on the focus training. What are your weak event on the on the previous session or previous year? So you should analyze, and that has to be keep on priority. When you start the session, what are the weak event? In which event you did very bad in the previous your session? So that has to be focused. Those events to be enlisted and focused. And in the beginning, you can try to improve those events by maintaining the other events. So that is a focus. Then it's better to do it mental. Okay. Then when you enter to the special preparation, you have to do the combine. You have to do the combine the sequence training. Until unless you combine, you are not going to give the best result. Then another theory is also, because these are the data from the top class. They have collected from the top class athletes, their views, and the coaches was written all these things. So now as a young coaches, you should have this about the focus on these things. The general training means why general training? Because if you see the 50% of your almost all initial stage, 50% your performance depend on your generalized training, your generalized training, development of your fitness, physical fitness, and 50% your technical. But why I am telling you the general training here, that you have to maintain. But general training means so for example, in 100-meter starts is where how many events you are going to do the start? 3 events: 100-meter, 110-meter hurdles, and the 400-meter. So not necessarily you practice start every day for all 3 events. Why? If you practice start for one event, it will help to improve your start of your other events. Of course, you can have 1-2 sessions to familiarize with from start to the first hurdle, or from the block to the 10 meters training. But since why I am telling generalized training means we have a limitation. Our limited training sessions are limited. If you plan a 1-week cycle, how many? 10 sessions we are getting. So all the 10 sections, if you work every day, start for the 100-meter, start for the 110-meter hurdles. So then where the time to have your recovery session, and where the time to have to focus on the other events also. So generalized training also, and technique, and your speed is for almost all 7 events. If you see in the decathlon, that means you need speed for 100-meter, you need speed for the long jump, need speed for the high pole vault. It needs for the even throwing also you need speed. Once you practice the general speed, it helps to improve automatic. So in the other events, so not necessarily practice one speed for the 100-meter, practice 1 speed with the 110-meter hurdles, practice speed for the so in general training. So general ways, this type of training theories also you can follow in order to success in the combined events training. But I must suggest for the when you work with the beginners, all or an elite, you should have work on all this training. All this training, beginning, generalized training with focus training, latter part when you move to the special preparation, have the combined or sequence. So all three theories you have to come into existing while doing the training. Okay. So little bit about the microcycle. When you work the microcycle session, so since every day you have to work 2 to 3 units because combined events, there is no chance. Even other events are working, but combined events also 3 to 4 units every day you have to work. So always you should work neuromuscular training. Sorry, neuromuscular training rather than the energy product. This neuromuscular training should start fast. Coordination, technical training, speed strength, or maximum strength. Then when you work with the elite group, so or beginners, when you work with the beginners, also you start with the neuromuscular training because you cannot do the maximum strength for the when you work on the this is of course for the elite, so that you should know the system of. So when you work to 2 to 3 more units, so first you do the neuromuscular training followed by energy production training. This is the one system. This is the one system. Then another also. According to the age capacity, I told you, when you deal with the children's, you should do there are the three capacities: early age capacities, neutral age capacities, and late age capacities. So what are the early age capacity? That is speed, flexibility, coordinability, technique, and explosive strength. These are the early age capacity. You should start when you like. You can start practicing when you deal with the kids sports and multi events. There you should focus most work on this speed, flexibility in the coordination ability, technique, explosive strength, speed also part on the frequency, work on the frequency part, flexibility, then coordinating ability, all coordination ability, agility, everything, technique, explosive strength. No need of doing the verbal training, but the movement has to be whatever, run, throwing, that's very explosive. What are the doing? The bounding, very explosive. So the explosive has to be started very early age. The neutral age capacities is this is the basic endurance and strength endurance. You can have this little bit. This is a neutral, like water. When you have your food, water is before the food. Before you have food, you can have the water or after food. It is a neutral. Anytime you can have. Okay, so like this basic endurance, all those strength endurance also, it is neutral. Little bit you can develop this quality. You can add in any age. There is no problem. Then late age capacity, your speed endurance. Then do the maximum at earliest, then you are going to reduce the speeds. You are going to reduce the speed, and this so this has a late age. You start at the late age. When mature, you can have this. I suggest event group also. You can when you specialize event group identified. Now I'm doing the combined event. So work on the speeds. Then later we can do the mature. Then another group. This is one group. One group neuromuscular training. One more I'll tell you according to sources of energy of our body. So take and aerobic. There are the three ways generally. More. This is the so anaerobic. Yes, what happened, sir?
No, nothing, sir. Please proceed, sir.
Oh, it has changed the way. It has come back. Just a minute. Some problems. 3, 4. That 2, 3 slides are there. Just I have to sum up only. What happened now? Just a minute. Let me have a break. 2 minutes break.
You can share once more.
Oh yeah, I am sharing once more again. Yes. Thank you. Okay, 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 okay. Okay, yes. Now, okay, okay. Now certain rules you have to, since you have some certain microcycle, because now all I spoken about training little bit about recovery also, because you need recovery also, because what are the principles, some guideline you have to follow. Type of loading, we have a metabolic load, structural load, mental load, CNS load, and intensity of load must be given careful. So the load has to be controlled, because then the athlete must not be exposed to very high demands upon his or her system in successfully. So they should not be do the high load of in a very successive. That means interval between two training units should be long enough to allow sufficient recovery. So to have a recovery from mental structure or mental load or metabolic load, you should have. So then recovery is accelerated if the unit is active recovery. So when you have a planning in the microcycle, you should have the recovery cycle also. And secondly, you have to plan recovery also cycle. So for example, if you are planned for 20 sessions, so in a week, so you are planning for the 14 sessions. Now so you have to plan for the 8 to 9 for the elite athlete for the 10 session and 4 session for the recovery session. Or when you deal the children's, we should work for five every day, one session, or this 5 to 6 session work on the children, not more than. And in that also, high load should be not be about one session. So plan for the recovery, so better this is recovery also, because then you will have a you should follow the system of overloading, because SAD principles. That means specific adaptation to impose demand, means you have to plan volume, load, intensity, and recovery. Both all has to be balanced. All has to go together in order to not only loading. You have to load also. You have to work on the load also. Means volume high, your volume should be high, and your intensity should be low, and intensity when high, volume should be very low. So like this, then and introduce the recovery system. It is also very good, interesting, but when I'll speak when elite group is there, I'll go in detail about the training pattern. Then next, when training units with different objective and very demand for each other, it may not be necessary. So when you work on the different objective, for example, in a training session, you are working two units. So work on one. Suppose you work on the CNS system, or so that means technique are working. The objective is one. Then work on the aerobic. That objective is another. So don't need. So you have to work separate objective, aims and objective of that sessions. Then you not necessarily have a complete recovery. Then high demand metabolic load or maximum strength load should be carried out on days of optimal. So when you want to have a maximum load in the day, when you have a optimal days of day, so you can plan for the high maximum load, and never plan for continuously for on the same day high load followed by next high load. So especially when you do work with the anaerobic lactic energy and speed endurance. So at least 24 to 8 hours is required to recover from the high load. So so in order to avoid overloading, work on the work on separate unit. That means aims and objectives should be different. If you work on if you're working on technique, then another session don't then go for the development of aerobic, or go for the anaerobic management of the training. Like this, you can have in order to avoid. Otherwise, you cannot wait over minimum. So if 20 to 48 hours, in even 72 hours also you have to wait. But you cannot wait for 72 hours. There is no then. So if you work on the different aim and objective should be different of that particular unit of that particular quality. So quality, what suppose you are working on speed, then followed by again don't work on the maximum. For the elite, no problem. You sometimes technique if you work. So if you work technique, that means when the body is fresh. generally say for the more mediocre group. But sometimes if you work for the elite group, when body is in the stress condition also, but for the that is for the elite. But the beginners always you should focus what already I show you the previous slide. Technique first, technique coordination first, followed by energy metabolism training or aspects of training. Okay, energy production training like anaerobic lactate or aerobic, you can go after that. Not aerobic and the technique. So in this way you can work. So you can avoid in order to avoid overloading, and you must work. So in nutshell, I must. So these are the little technical version also. Once you working should have some guideline little for a combined event. So when you improve, when you 30 meter and from standing and fly start, almost 0.1 to 1 second is the that should be difference. When you training, you should have 100 meter hurdles, 200 meter, 100 to 100 meter, to start with 3.5 seconds to do. If 100 meter is 12.5, so should be your 100 meter should be 12.5. Your hurdling profile should be around 15, 15.5, around 3 to 3.5. Then in a 100 meter to 100 in a 100 meter hurdle, it is 1 point. Difference should be 100 meter to 100 meter hurdle 1.5. Long jump from 10 meter stride to full jumps. Not necessary every day you have to do the full jump. If you do the 8 to 10 stride jump, and then you can calculate. If you improve this area, keep on improving. That means you can improve you can add. So suppose if you jump from the 10 stride 6 meter, that means your performance will be around 640 to 6 feet, 6.40 to 6.5 meter. High jump also, that is 15 to 20 meter of your height. Suppose if you have 1.70 height, that means you can go maximum to 15 to 20 meter more than your height. But that is exceptional, only few. But no, this is a general principle. At least you can expect. Suppose 170, if your height, you can go to 1.85 to 90. You have chance. But you have to work in a proper way. Then your pole grip, result of your over grip. So if you are a grip height in the pole vault, this will discuss my next lecture. So 50 centimeter you can have a from your over your grip height from 50 centimeter more than. Suppose your grip height is 450, your capacity to jump around 5 meters, 5 meter or 5.10 meters. This I will be explaining in my pole vault class. Then short put, there is a difference between 1.4 to 1.5. Of course, this is for the combined event situation. For the individual means if the further it will go, you can improve. Further, these norms will be little bit different because that's the only one event specialized. Here we are training in the combined event situation. We are not training as like a individual event. So our aim when you train the technical event or fundamental like long jump, you do the training of long jump. What is the important? Takeoff, approach and takeoff. If this clear, because most of the conversion is because your height of center of gravity, at what height and what angle you are projecting after you are not going to change after takeoff. So approach and takeoff. So that is the fundamental. You improve that area in the beginning when you work. So fundamental should be clear. Not like you should keep on working like a long jumper, keep on working. No use. Our fundamental should clear. Like throwing, where the important is the release, speed of release. So you should improve your speed of release. Thank you everyone for giving me this chance to share my views about the combined events.